great. Well, is it time for my question for you?
Go ahead, Bruce. Hit me up, baby.
All right, man. I got a question for you, Alan. So you had quite a storied career as a teacher before you turned to children's book writing, and I was wondering what one thing you learned as a teacher served you best when making that transition into being an author.
It's a good question. I think that probably the thing that I took from one area of working as an educator over to the idea of writing is that kids are kids are kids, and that magic of storytelling translates, it breaks through racial divides, it breaks through socioeconomic divides. I mean, there's an essence to story that's almost woven into the DNA that kids hunger for. And using the power of story in my class, I mean, I was an English teacher, so we're dealing with fantastic stories all the time, but using that power to take kids on a journey in narrative fiction, you know, they seamlessly sort of interface at this level of kids hunger for them. They need them. There's that imaginative rehearsal that by vicariously living out the tragic love affair of Romeo and Juliet, you know, a deep dive into Shakespeare teaches us about ourselves and how we react with family conflict, with in-laws we don't get along with, you know, with the lust I have for this person. And, you know, obviously there's this sort of synergy between studying stories and trying to write stories that you hope merge somewhere. So I think that's probably the area for me where there was the greatest overlap, is just remembering that at the end of the day, if you can find a way to move somebody, to really reach them, they want it. They hunger for it. It's like I said, it's a need that kids have.
I totally agree, and I'd actually even go a step further. It's a vital human need. We all need stories. It feeds us on some deeper level. But it sounds like you've really been able to use that connecting kids with literature in your author work as well. That's great.
Well, thank you for that, Bruce. Yeah, it's you know, we're all sort of heading in that same direction. That, you know, we're trying to amplify literacy because we know the benefits of kids and, you know, who read well and write well as we move forward in the 21st century. You know, despite all the digital text, there's still this underlying need to be able to critically think, to be able to compose, to put together ideas. So there's a lot of the most old school of, you know, thoughts that reach back from Aristotle's times that still are very applicable today, even though the tools that we interact with, like what we're doing right now, they're changing. But underneath, when you talk about that human need for story, I completely agree.
That's it. Everybody loves a story.
Well, that is a beautiful way to sort of wind this up. I would like to thank our guest today, Bruce Hale, where you can find him all over the internet. You can find him on Twitter. He's on Facebook. He is the man, and look for his stuff because I'm telling you, kids love it. Bruce, thank you very much for joining us today.
Alan, it was my pleasure.
Excellent.
Take care, man. Good luck to you.
All right. Good luck to you too, buddy.
All right.
Perfect.